Hey guys, it's Seun. So let's talk long relaxed hair. Now if you're anything like me, you're probably watching a bunch of these videos on YouTube about growing long relaxed hair and you are frustrated with your hair, whether it's like stuck at shoulder length and you just want a way out. And I was like you, I watched a bunch of these videos and I wasn't really going anywhere. And now that I have long relaxed hair, I'm back here on YouTube to tell you guys what I wish those videos had told me that they did not stress enough. So just stay tuned for that. So with any problem that you are trying to solve, and we're trying to solve the problem of short relaxed hair, you want to see what is the source of the problem. Why is my hair staying short? And once you understand what is causing the problem, then you can figure out how do I solve this better. So it's important to understand that your hair is growing. Some people think that, oh, since I'm black, my hair just doesn't grow as fast. Not true at all. Your hair grows just as fast as any other race. The problem is that you aren't retaining all of the length that your hair is growing. So why aren't you retaining all of the length? Because relaxers.
So let me give you a bit of a science lesson. Relaxers work by breaking these things called disulfide bonds because it's the disulfide bonds in your hair that make it more curly. But these disulfide bonds are what also give your hair strength. So by breaking these bonds to make your hair straighter, you're also breaking the strength in your hair. This is why relaxed hair is so fragile, because you're giving up strength for straighter hair.
So once your hair has lost that strength, anything that you do to your hair, since it's already in a weakened state, will make it break more easily than hair that hasn't been relaxed. So knowing that, you can go into figuring out, how do I keep my hair from breaking? One thing that I changed in order to grow my hair longer was to stop manipulating it as much. How do I stop manipulating my hair as much? Easiest way to do that is through protective styling. Every time you touch and manipulate your hair in some way, you're giving it a new opportunity to break. Now for me, my go-to protective styling is weaves. If you are familiar with my channel, you know that I do a lot of stuff on weaves because they're just amazing protective styling. And you might be like, wait, but this other girl in this other video just told me that weaves are so bad for your hair. Wrong. I remember listening to people say that too, and I was like, I am not gonna get a weave because I'm trying to grow my hair. That's like the biggest myth that I just want to dispel. Sew-ins really do grow your hair a lot, but with any protective styling, there is of course a way to mess it up. Make sure that your protective styles are actually protective styles. One way that your protective style cannot be a protective style is if your braids are too tight, especially around the front of your hair. I've seen so many people who come back from the African hair braiders who just like to grab onto every single piece of hair, especially in the front, really, really tight, and it causes this thing called traction alopecia, which is basically actual hair loss. So that's why people say that weaves are bad for your hair, because you can lose your edges from it. But no, that's only if your braids are too tight or if you're not taking care of your leave out properly. My go-to protective styles: sew-ins, crochet, any type of braids, as long as they aren't too small. Micro braids can actually be really bad for your hair. Just remember that some of those African hair braiders are not your friends and they do not care about the health of your hair.
But then you may be saying, well, Sean, my hair's in braids pretty much all the time and my hair still isn't growing even though I'm doing these protective styles. I've noticed that the difference between me and other people who do the exact same protective styles, the difference between me having longer hair than them is the way we take care of our hair in between those protective styles, especially when we're taking down these protective styles. It becomes so easy that whenever you're taking down your hair, you just get frustrated and you just rip the comb through your hair as you're taking it down. But it's so important that you take time to actually thoroughly detangle your hair. The little extra hour that you spend detangling your hair really can make such a big difference in the long run.
When you're not in your protective style, because obviously once your hair is growing from your protective styling, you're gonna want to wear your hair just how it is. The most important thing to remember is just not to put too much heat on it. I'm sure you've heard that a lot, but it's true. So another thing you're probably wondering is, how long should I wait in between relaxers? Do you stretch relaxers? Is it best to stretch relaxers? Do what works best for you. I tried stretching relaxers for like 6 months. I've even gone longer, shorter. I realized that especially whenever I was like at the beginning of my hair journey, my hair retained more length when I wasn't stretching my hair for as long. Because whenever your hair is stretched for a long time, that means you're gonna have more new growth, which could lead to more tangling, which leads to more combing, which leads to more manipulation. And the more manipulation you put on your hair, the more it breaks. Now I can stretch for longer just because I know how to take care of my hair better. But at the beginning, stretching wasn't doing anything for me really at all. And I saw more growth when I just stuck to relaxing my hair like every 3 months. So I mean, it depends on you. And I know people might ask me, well, Seun, what kind of relaxer do you use? I use Just For Me Kids Relaxer, but honestly, it does not matter. The ingredient in all relaxers is the same, sodium hydroxide, so it really does not matter. All relaxers have different levels of relaxing, so like Just For Me Kids Relaxer has like mild, regular, extra strong. Other brands will have like different levels of strength. I just use regular, and since it's a kids relaxer, their regular is a little bit less regular than say like, what are the other brands? I don't know, any other grown-up brand. So it doesn't really matter going from brand to brand. It just matters like within that brand. Make sure you're not using like extra strength relaxer when you have really thin, fine hair. So another question I might get asked is, well, what products do you use? What's your regimen? What's your daily routine? Don't have a regimen like at all really. I do protective styles. I don't manipulate my hair. That's my regimen. So my protective styles, I usually go 3 months in between, and then I'll wear my natural hair for like a week, sometimes not even a week. Sometimes I'll just take out a protective style, put in a new one. As far as products go, you can try all these things like Dr. Miracles, use different brands who say that they make your hair grow more than other brands. At the end of the day, it's not really gonna grow your hair that much. Trust me, I tried with those things, put a lot of hope into a little bottle.
And even though I don't have any favorite products that I think have worked to help my hair get this long, my favorite detangler is this ORS leave-in conditioner, and I just like it because it's not too watery.
You want to start now with putting less manipulation on your hair. You can start with these protective styles and learn how to do them yourself. But even with my long relaxed hair, I am thinking of shaving it all off. I know. And if you want to find out why, just stay tuned for my next video, because that's just like a whole nother story. Subscribe for more informative videos, tutorials on new protective styles, and to just follow up and see if I actually do end up shaving off this hair that I've worked so hard to grow. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.